एक काम कर, व्हाट्सएप पे बता दे कि लाइव आया है कल.
सेम लिंक.
लिंक नहीं, डायरेक्ट ज्वाइन हो जाने के लिए बोलना. वकील आहे बोलायचं.
उद्या.
बोला काहीतरी आवाज येतो का विचार.
Hello, can you hear me now?
इसमें यूट्यूब में जाओ, आवाज सुनाई देगा मुझे.
Can you hear me now? Can you all hear me? Vritti, can you hear me? Idiotic Vritti, can you hear me? इधर खड़ा ना, उधर किधर जा रही है?
नहीं आ रहा है.
So sorry and deep apologies for this delay. And I wish everybody a very good evening and happy Guru Purnima. And it's a tradition in India and this part of the world to pay due respects to our teachers, our Guru, from where we have actually held their hand and moved ahead in our career, in our life. It's not only that we just give a respect on this particular day, but throughout, whenever we meet our Guru, the idea is to bow down to their feet and take their blessings. And this parampara, what we call it as, goes from generation to generation. And so my whole idea was to have a small discussion about something of life, something that is about career, something that is about in general the difficulties that one would face as far as their work is concerned and life is concerned, and how to balance that thing or something of that sort, so that we are sharing some ideas on this auspicious day, and maybe even how our journey has gone from day one till date. So we can have the question and answer session. If anyone has it, can kindly, Priyanka, you can convey it to me.
Good evening to all of you and happy Guru Purnima to all the listeners. So basically we had many questions on various topics, but the majority of them was related to life in general and how to carry forward our life. So this time, instead of homeopathic questions upon which sir usually talks, we have selected a bunch of questions which you all have asked about life in general. So the first question, sir, is what does it mean to live a fulfilling life?
See, fulfilling life, basically, I'll tell you, the idea is about, are we really happy in what we are doing? Are we really enjoying whatever we are doing? Then it could be our profession, or it could be even our hobbies, or it could be anything that you really this thing. Because total involvement in doing anything is more important than simply doing it for the sake of doing it. And we need to really trace what exactly I want to do in life. What exactly are my likings? What really interests me? How am I really going to enjoy that? Because many of them people, I see them, oh, I came into engineering just because my parents told me. I've come into medical just because my brother forced me to get into it. And then you are repenting that you do not like what you're doing. And that becomes a stagnant life in future. So the first and foremost, what I would really tell each one is, try to trace out what are my likings, try to trace out what are my hobbies, try to trace out what am I interested in, try to see if I am interested in XYZ. I take time to do that as a part and parcel of my day-to-day work, as part and parcel of the thing that I have an interest about, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely true. So the next question is, what lessons can we learn from our failures and adversities in life?
Very, very important. We try to normally shun away like a psychotic, miasmatic background person. We try to just escape from that thing, or we just try to cover it up and not at all face it. But whenever we face any failures, always remember, introspect is the first thing. Try and analyze what went wrong. Try to evaluate in that analysis what has been done, what I perceived, what I went through, what was the step that I had taken that was wrong. Did I ever bother to consult anybody in that process of that particular incident or situation or any particular event? Without analyzing, without evaluating, and not coming to a proper conclusion, these mistakes will happen day in, day out, and it might land up to disaster. I always believe whenever I go wrong somewhere, whenever there is any failure in any of the situation, maybe life situation, maybe career situation, maybe in friend circles, maybe anywhere, I prefer to first introspect. What was the design like? I would call it as the design like in that situation. What was the thing that came up to me? What was my thought process? How did I execute that thought process? In that idea, in that situation, thought process and execution, there are many things that have churned in that process. And sometimes we do something hurriedly without even thinking. Sometimes we do things without even consulting somebody who has been authoritative in that particular subject or whatever situation I am facing. Without taking the guidance, we simply just jump into conclusion because my ego says that this is what I am thinking is correct. Never let your ego to superpower your senses. Look at the situation, listen to the situation, see what is there, take a proper step. If you feel that you are not competent enough at that moment of time, take someone's help, take someone's advice, talk to them, consult them, converse with them, and then you will see that the failures in life minimizes automatically.
Absolutely right, sir. And I think the younger generation should take advice from this.
Very true.
So the next question is, how do I maintain a healthy work-life balance while pursuing career success and still at the same time being ambitious?
Very important. Let the ambitions be on the sky, but you see that your feet are grounded and yet have a connection between them. Very, very important, because the most important problem with us is we are never ever time scheduled. We are never ever disciplined. We have never ever had a character that I should do this at this particular time because this is the time meant for it. Like during the school days, my father would never allow us to go and play in the morning. Morning time, no play time. Morning time is study time. Then what do we study? We used to read newspapers, and that too not in mind, loudly, so that our vocabulary improves, so that our understanding of that particular situation or politics or happening in the country or whatever it is, the historical thing or the geographical changes that is happening, which is coming in the newspaper, we are reading when we are fresh in the morning. Recite your poetries, recite your something which is from the religious books, your tables for that matter. All these were the things that were supposed to be done in the morning. 1 o'clock lunchtime, 1 to 1:30, it has to be lunchtime. Mama, I'm coming. Wait, no, 2 minutes. Not at all. The kitchen would be locked at 2:30 or 1:30 in the afternoon. Evening time, 5 to 7, play means play. It's not that stand and just talk to your friends and time pass. No, that has to be an exercise. That has to be somewhere where you're running, doing some activity, so that you're building up your muscles, you're building up your circulations, everything at that point of time. 8:30, 9 o'clock dinner time and dinner time. So everything was very well timely done. And so therefore, your health is in your hand. So first and foremost, work and life, the career balance is discipline yourself as far as time discipline is concerned. That is what will build your character. Because, and for that, you need to be persistent. You need to have the tenacity. It is not like, okay, now from tomorrow I'll do. You cannot procrastinate. Very important aspect is, if you have to do this today, you have to do this today. You just cannot keep it, okay, I'll do it tomorrow because today I didn't get time. Time is in your hand. Management of the time is in your soul. That has to be done. It has to be done. It has to be done. So see that there is time management. See that there is discipline. See that there is a character in you. See that you are knowing what you are doing, and you're balancing your life, your work at a same time. Don't carry the work home, and don't bring the work home thing in the workplace. Segregate it properly. This is not what I have to discuss about my house issues, about my friend issues, or anything of that sort over here at workplace. And work thing, you do not take it to your home and say, oh, this patient said that, this patient said this. No. Only then, with this proper balance, you will realize that things are fantastic. You will enjoy life more than anything else.
Very well said, sir, because these days of social media and all, it's so much of distractions out there.
That is very important
So,
distraction.
it is not that we do not have time, basically. It is, as you rightly said, that there is no discipline.
True.
That's why there is complete hodgepodge. What time we are doing
People
what.
spend hours looking at the reels, hours and hours, because they have become now addict. Social media addiction is the worst addiction that one can ever go. Because they do not know how much time they are spending. One. Second, they are not even aware of their senses in and around what is happening. Two. Third thing is, they are absolutely cut off from the happenings that is there in and around their surroundings. They are lost connection with the environment in and around them. And therefore, lot of work remains pending. And therefore, you will see that there is so much of lack of touch, lack of feeling, lack of connection, lack of the togetherness. During our days, we used to sit together to have dinner or have lunch during the weekend or Sundays. But today, each one is in the mobile and having dinner. There is no connection, there is no communication, there is nothing that, oh, how was the day? Nobody to ask. Nobody is bothered. They'll come to the dining table, they are on the mobile, have food, back to the bedroom, and back on the bed, again, back with the mobile. That is not the thing. Because that is something where you are losing, listen to this carefully, you are losing human touch. Similarly with the credit card also. Similarly with the online shopping also. People have forgotten that 10 rupees note that I am paying from the purse. I know that I am paying that 10 rupee note. Oh, this is a new note. Should I give it or no? People would think. But today, a click of a button and the payment is done. You have lost the touch of that currency. You have lost that understanding that how much I had in my wallet that I have spent in this month. That you have lost. You have lost that, okay, this particular wallet, how can I utilize this in the entire month so that I can suffice, plus how much I can save. But today, everything is electronic. You just put the button on and it's all done. You don't even know how much you have lost. You don't even know how much you have spent. You have got no limitation to your spending. This is the beauty. The sense of touch is lost. The sense of feeling that this money that I have earned it with so much of effort is now, do I need to pay it? Should I buy this? Is it necessary for me? So online shopping is another thing that we have completely lost with everything, that is how to save money.
Yes, sir, absolutely. We can actually do a lengthy, long session on this, but because of the restraint on time, I'm going to the next question. The next question is how to be away from the comparisons that are, draining us down, especially in today's world. Because when we see our peers, they are doing something extra, they are doing something else, and the comparison starts happening, and that is actually creating a negative kind of atmosphere. So how to be away from that?
Again, social media is one of the important factor for this comparison, because comparison comes when we are knowing that somebody is doing something. And when somebody is doing something, how do we know? We know because someone has posted some sort of event or some sort of happening or some sort of whatever is there in their life, they are posted, and we look at it, the glamorous look in the social media. Hey, wow, काश अगर मैं भी होता उस जगह पे, काश अगर मैं भी ये पहनता, काश अगर मैं भी ऐसा फोटोग्राफी निकालता, काश अगर मेरे को भी ऐसा पार्टनर मिलता, काश अगर मैं उसके गले में हाथ डाल के मैं भी शीशोर पे या बीच पे चलता. एंड दैट काश 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 काश, you have lost time of what you have to do. You have lost time on your own qualities, because when I am seeing somebody else, my hormonal glands, my digestive glands, my respiratory organ, my heart will say, this fellow is interested in somebody else, so why should we work? When I am not able to respect my own self, it is like saying, you can only love your neighbor if you love yourself. So if I am not able to understand what are my prospects, what are my understanding, what is my requirement, what is my liking, that comparison will keep you in the world of imagination. And the world of imagination, the more you are missing the moment of now, the reality of now. And when you're missing the moment of now, that is the time when you stop enjoying life. It's a full stop. You are static. And every time you are in the delusional world, that world of expectation which goes round and round and round and never being fulfilled. And in that expectation, when it is not being fulfilled, that is the time when you start developing all sorts of disease condition. Mental, physical, spiritual, in all aspects. Therefore, today you see the art of living. Therefore, today you see meditation. Therefore, today you see retreats. All this is simply because the idea is look within rather than looking outside. Comparison is only when you start looking outside, and you lose whatever is your capabilities and abilities inside.
Absolutely, sir. Thanks for that advice. And as we have already started late, I will not take much of your time. So this would be our last question for today's live. Sir, what life lessons you have learned from your mentors that have shaped you?
I had wonderful mentors. Even today I have wonderful mentors. People like Dr. Rajan Shankaran, Jayasha sir, late Sujit Chatterjee, Dr. Sudhir Baldota, many of them. Prakash Vakil sir was there, Praful Barwalia sir was there, late Dr. Praful Vijayakar sir was there. So all from everybody, what I've really learned is an individual lessons from each one. And what I've done is I've incorporated all these people's lessons in my life, because each one has got a unique character. Each one has got a unique way of looking at life. And how do you learn? You learn from those people who are having that qualities. You be attached to those people who have good qualities, and you pick up all those good qualities from each one, and you will be the recipe of a fruit salad like taste. The blend of guava, the blend of chiku, the blend of grape, everything, because each one has got their own taste, own flavor, and combinedly you make your own personality. Learn from everything and from everybody, whatever is good, because each one will have some or the other negative qualities. That's okay, that's fine, because humanly we are not saints, we are not the ultimatum. But the idea is pick up the good qualities, not only pick up, implement that in your life. That is what I have really learned from my mentors. And therefore, today, wherever I am on this day of Guru Purnima, I can tell them it is all because of their blessings that I have reached to this destination. I still crave and I am still waiting to seek some more in learning thing from them, so that, because learning is not something that stops at any point of time, at any age. We are throughout our life a learner. But once you say that I am learned, then it is a full stop to everything. You will never ever progress, you will never ever grow. So growth means learning every moment of life. That is the message that I would give to each one of you all. Be a good listener, be a good observer, be a good learner. Because learning helps you to grow. mentally, physically, spiritually.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all the listeners. And once again, sorry for the technical glitch that happened. But finally, we are here and we could, this is actually a very good day to basically see your guru, to listen to your guru and get some life advice from him or her. So I think we have fulfilled that. So thank you all.
I would also tell each one, probably in the next coming month, I want to have a 2-hour session only on life lessons. Especially those budding homeopaths or budding people, because I want each one from day one to take the right path. It should not be that after 5 years, 10 years, oh, you have repented. Oh my God, if I would have done this. Oh my God, if I would have done that. Nobody stops anybody. But it's only that somebody has to just throw light so that you are now walking on a path which you can see. And that's for a 2-hour session I would definitely like to do on life lessons.
So what say listeners? Are you in for it? A 2-hour session on life lessons. Because, when we are into homeopathy and in today's world, there is so much happening in and around homeopathy. We get to hear so many speakers who are actually teaching us about homeopathy, but at the same time, as I personally feel, I think it is your thing also, that there should be somebody in our life who will guide us about our life. Are we on the right track? Are we taking the right decisions? And how future looks like. So I think it is very, very important. Yes, sir.
And we'll also talk about the idea of comparison. We'll also talk about the idea of what am I doing. We also talk about the idea of how did I listen to that issue. How did I address to that issue? All these things. Because now with 34 years of practice, when I see patients and all that thing, lot of questions come into my mind. कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या देख रहे हैं, हम क्यों वो परेशानी में डूबे हैं, उसकी वजह क्या है, क्या होता है मेरे को, what do I go through when I am going into that particular discussion, how did I participate in that discussion, first of all, how did I understand that discussion. Many a time we make mistake in understanding what was the problem, where was the problem, why was the problem, what did I do to that problem, how did I address that problem. All this discussion we'll do for a 2-hour session, which will really be enlightening all of us, not by just talking, but if we start implementing those ideas when we have that discussion of 2 hours, you see how life will change for each one of us. With this message, I'll take a leave from all of you all, wishing you all the best in your career, in your life, in your day-to-day world also. Thank you. Have a nice time.
Thank you all. See you in the next live. But before that, if you have any question related to life lessons, any questions where you want sir's suggestion to take forward in life, then please write in the chat box and we can refer to it later on, and we will definitely answer that in our next live session. Good night to all.
Good night. Thank you. Click the button.